Yeah. So first part, Julian reached for a ball and then felt something in his lower hamstring. So he's never had a hamstring injury, so he didn't know how to really what the feeling is. He said he thought something popped, which is never a good thing. But again, I don't want to speculate too much. We'll get an MRI. But when he got up and tried to run, he felt a feeling that he's probably never felt before. So hopefully it's not too bad. But this is kind of part of the grind, the gift and the curse of advancing in this competition, right? You see some injuries start to mount up for teams. You're playing every 2 or 3 days, and it can get dangerous in terms of the physical part of the game, and you can pick up injuries. So having said that, we still want to advance and win. I think Daniel, all signs are pointing to him being able to play on Tuesday, which is big. And that's my hope. And hopefully Julian's not too serious as well. I think I agree. Joaquin came into the game, and he's a guy that obviously can have a lot of frustration, deservedly so, because he's a great player, and hasn't gotten a lot of minutes for a variety of different reasons and decisions that have gone against him. But like a true professional, I think he stepped into the game and made an impact. He plays the pass that leads to the pass for the goal, right? And that's probably the most important pass, and that's a pass that started that little attack and the game-winning goal. So happy for him. He thought he did a good job. I think there was a third part of that. I think you had another person in there that you wanted me, Donovan. Yeah, for Chris to run and time that movement there close to offsides, but you have to play right on that line there, and he did a good job. And that's a striker's goal. Run hard at the near post and trust that the ball will be there, and it was there, and we win.
Did you feel like you stole that one?
We didn't play good. We didn't create a lot, but if you really look at, did they create a ton? They had some possession for sure, but they didn't really hurt us. Andre didn't have to do too much. The goal kind of comes from a ball whipped in by the sideline, and I think it caught Jacob off guard a little bit, and it goes through. It just kind of mistimes his jump, and when we pay for it. So again, it's a good lesson. You let a team hang around; they're professionals, So the 5-1 game, you knew it wouldn't look like that because they've gotten better as this competition's gone on. It's never easy to play a team 2 times in quick succession. And yeah, we didn't play great, but we survive and advance again.
Do you see any similarities from the DC and Red Bull's game plan to what they were doing, and how do you, I guess, prevent that type of performance coming up?
Yeah. Look, I don't want to oversimplify things, but when you take away Alejandro, who's the king of playing the pass that leads to the pass, the assist. When you take away Daniel Gazdag, we're going to struggle to create chances. We just are. That's the way it is. Just like if you take 2 top players off of LAFC or Monterrey or whoever, there's a big drop off. So we did it as a team. We kind of grinded. It wasn't pretty. Credit to Jesus for getting the goal. We needed a goal tonight from some different, I'll just say different people, because in Daniel's absence we don't look quite the same. I think Julian and Mikel had tough nights, and when they aren't clicking and on, everything that goes up there comes right back down our throat, and that was the way the game went. And they had a lot of possession. Again, didn't hurt us and create a ton of chances, but we lived a little dangerously, and we're able to hold on and get a win. But it has to be better against Miami, that's for sure.
Jim, I know you don't like to mention the M word for a while, but now
I can now, yeah.
I know that's happening. What kind of response does that create for your team?
Well, look, if you look at what Miami was able to do this transfer window, and it starts with the coach, by the way, to bring him in. I think all the dominoes fall into place after that. He's an incredible coach first, and now, even if you take Messi, the greatest player in the world, out of the window, and you look at what's come in and the money and the investment that they've made on players that aren't household names yet, that they're spending $6, $7, $8, $9 million for. It's a roster that is for a coach difficult to prepare for sure. You can see how Jordi Alba and Busquets. It's almost like pickup soccer for them with Messi. They know when to give them the ball, where to give them the ball, and it's fun to watch. So they do pin you in, and then you can counterattack, and you better be clinical on your counters because they're going to score goals. That's the reality of things. We're going to obviously try to limit their chances as best we can, but we have to be ruthless on the counterattack against a Miami team that's I'll just tell you right now, I'm going to have more of the ball than we will. I can guarantee you that. I don't care whether we're home or away. That's just going to be how it is. And we're okay with that. But yeah, as you start to look at, what Miami and their ownership group has done to make this happen, it's amazing. It's perfect for the league, and the way that Messi has lived up and actually almost done even more is what superstars do, right? Jordan, Messi, whoever it is, these are guys that have pressure on them every second of every day, and they still produce every time. So it's going to be an honor to play them. But once the whistle blows, our guys are going to give it their best, and I know we won't be scared. We'll be brave. And in this building, I'll just say anything can happen. At Subaru Park, we've been pretty damn good over the last 50 games, and we know it'll be tough, but we look forward to the challenge.
Okay, Jonathan David.
Hey, Jeff, Miguel had a couple of half chances tonight. How would you assess his performance, and then what went into the thinking to sub out Miguel for Chris?
Yeah, not good.
Hey Jim, do you feel like some of the players were looking ahead, like when you guys were up 1-0 in the first half? And secondly, do you feel like this will be one of the biggest events to hit Subaru Park?
I don't think we looked ahead. I think when we scored the first goal early, I think we thought it was going to be easy. I think that was kind of the feeling that you had. I think the stadium thought it was going to be, a 3, 4, 5, 6 goal game like we can do here in this building. And then again, you give credit to the opponent. They were brave and they passed around us and they made it hard on us. So sometimes you have to give them credit as well. And yes, I do believe this is probably the biggest event we've ever had in this stadium. Obviously, Eastern Conference Final was massive as well. But we're talking about the best player of all time coming here in a semifinal with the trophy on the line and Champions League spots on the line. So it's a big game. I know our fans are going to show up. Please don't sell your tickets no matter how much money they're offering for them, please. But we know that we're going to have a packed Subaru Park. It's going to be the #1 ticket in the city for sure. I'm sure some celebrities will be out here in Philly. So I'm excited for it. And I know our players, we have a way of raising our level to the competition. Unfortunately, tonight, I think we played a little bit maybe down, which you want to avoid. And we're pretty good at avoiding, but it is human nature to maybe have an eye on the next game. So I try to guard against that as best I can, but sometimes, it's human nature. So these guys are people. And sometimes the excitement of that maybe got us a little distracted.
You feel like the city is finally getting behind the team now, knowing that this big game will.
The city's always been behind us for sure. I think, our fan base has grown more and more each year. Winning always helps, and that helps for sure. But I think they understand what we're about. It's a lovable group of guys. They empty their tank every game. We have good homegrown players that are from the area. So it's obviously Philly's a very parochial city, and we get behind our own people. And yeah, it's a fun group. I enjoy working with them, but I also know we got a lot of work to do before Tuesday comes to prepare for a really tough opponent.
Score on Zoom.
We'll start with Jonathan Tannenwald. Jonathan, please proceed.
Thanks. Hi, Jim, from a very long ways away, but we are watching from over here. You mentioned it, telling people to not sell their tickets and what kind of an event it's going to be. And it was the case a little bit a couple of weeks ago when Wrexham came to town that you might have some supposedly very loyal Philadelphia sports fans rooting for the other guy. You're from here, and I wonder what all of this means to you and what that night's going to be like. I
think it's great. I think it's natural for any fan of the sport of soccer, and you can be a Union fan and still want to see Messi. That's natural. I want to see him, up close. It's going to be unique, and it's something that will be a big challenge for us. So I'm fine with that. I just say it from the standpoint of, I'll just say a lot of people from DC, a lot of people from New York are going to be trying to get tickets for sure just to see him because they've only been on the road once so far. And yeah, I just hope that it can be our fans, and I know it will be our fans getting behind us. And I look forward to it. It's going to be really exciting.
We'll take our next question from Jose Nunez. Jose, please proceed.
Hi, Jim. Congratulations. Great win. Obviously, a very difficult opponent, one that was defying all odds, but sort of would love to hear from you to continue to elaborate a little bit more about Jesus and his performance, right? Continuing to kind of run through the gauntlet here in this tournament and continue to evolve. Fair to say that maybe we'll see more of him as we approach the semifinal and certainly either a third place or potentially a championship match?
Yeah, he's become a starter for the group, and he's earned that. You know, you earn that through time on the training field. You earn it in the performances in the games. And Jesus has been a revelation this year. Always has been a solid, steady player, but I think he's taken his game to another level. You know, we asked him tonight in Daniel Gazdag's absence to, you know, if the whatever side of the field we were building up, we wanted that weak side 8 to go into that 10 spot, to go into that hard space underneath the strikers. We did it good sometimes. Jesus did it good a few times, you know, and I think on the goal, you know, made a good deep run and arrived in the box, you know, almost similar to how Daniel would get a goal, just being aggressive and running in the box. All of a sudden things pop to you and bounce to you. So you create your own luck in those instances. And I'm proud of Jesus. Again, a fighter. He's been excellent and really proud of him.
You sort of mentioned in the pre-match conference about how it's gone under the radar, how Jesus has sort of stepped in for Alejandro. And in some ways, obviously, his leadership is unmatched, Alejandro's that is. But how do you go about reintegrating someone like Alejandro after seeing performances from Jesus this last couple of weeks?
Yeah, Ali's going to be a great piece to add to this group. You know, if you can think about now closing a game out at the end, you know, when you need a little bit of, you know, veteran leadership or savvy to kill a game off, to keep possession in the right moments, to be dangerous on set pieces. Those are all the things that Ali Bedoya brings. So it's a welcome addition. We might have some other guys that are out with injuries, which is difficult, but to get him back now for Tuesday, you know, I don't think he's ready to quite go from the start, but he can certainly play a role for us. And Ali's a winner and finds ways to help the team with any minutes he's called upon to play.
Thank you, Jim. See you Tuesday.
Thanks.
Let's take our final two questions. Coach, we'll start with Sergio and then John Lupo will be our last. Sergio, please proceed.
Thank you very much. This is Sergio Venegas from Deportesa.com, Mexico City. First of all, congratulations on the victory, Coach.
Thank you.
And the coach Gerg says that this is a questionable call on the second goal, that it is clearly an offside. It's not your fault. That's going to make you clear. But sometimes these questions just make you no shine or just remove a little of your victory and give you a little sour flavor. You want to say, what are your thoughts when they give you sometimes on your own or some against this kind of calls? And once again, it's not your fault, but
yeah.
Do you already see the replay on the goal? And
I have not seen the replay yet. Things got a little exciting at the end of the game, so everybody was kind of running around, just trying to have our players not get red cards for the next game. But yeah, look, they have VAR for a reason. Hopefully, they get the calls right. That's the big hope. If they miss this one and it goes in our favor, then we're very fortunate. But you know, I know there's some controversy on and some complaints from Liga MX on how the refereeing has gone in this competition. And yeah, look, sometimes you get the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you get breaks. I haven't seen the play to really comment whether I think it's offsides or not. From I can be totally honest. When it happened and we scored and we celebrated, you know, we got a call from upstairs that our people thought it would be called offsides. And then when we watched it live again, our staff members on the sideline thought it was very close to even. It's hard to judge where the ball is. Is Chris even with the ball? Is he ahead of the last defender? I don't know, and I haven't really analyzed it yet. There's a guy on Twitter that breaks that down and gets it to the millimeter with shadows and all kinds of smart people stuff. So go to him. He's actually the man for it because he nails it by like literally to the inch. So again, it's over. We won. We move on. We've been on the other end of tough decisions during the course of a season. And you know, I hope the call is right.
Thank you very much. Good luck for the next stage.
Thank you.
We'll take our last question from John Lupo. John, please proceed.
Thanks. Jim, first of all, congratulations on the victory. That was a real hard fought one out there.
Thanks.
Just we know how well Jesus has been playing. He's really been brilliant. He's continues to develop with each passing match, but also the play of Jack, especially on the goal with that outstanding pass to him, just their connection to the younger players on the team. Just what have you seen from them, especially from Jack, where they've sort of been able to make that connection that allowed them to have that play where they scored the goal?
Yeah, I don't think that was a pass. I think that was a shot that got deflected and blocked. So,
Okay.
yeah, well, he's got great vision, but he didn't mean that one. So again, you do have to shoot to score. And again, when you're aggressive around the goal like Jack was there, the bounces tend to go your way, and it found its way to Jesus, and he did a good job. So, McGlynn is a guy with the ball. I've said it a million times. That's incredible. He's our best passer of the ball. We probably didn't put him on the ball enough tonight because we defended pretty much from the time we scored our first goal. We defended after that for the majority of things, which I wasn't happy with. So things to improve on, things to work on. We'll look at some tape. We'll get better, and I won't have to motivate the guys with Miami coming into the building on Tuesday in a semifinal.
Good luck on Tuesday, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.